Hello. So, this is not going to be marketing. This is not going to be any sales pitches. It's not going to be me saying the best 5 ways to make money online or how to be a successful YouTuber. It's just going to be me and you sitting down, authentic, having a chat about how exactly I got from where I was 1 year ago. So if you don't know who I am or you've not been following my journey, you can go back and watch it literally just on YouTube. A year ago, I was living on a council estate with my parents, my stepdad and my mum, and my baby sister and my 2 brothers, right? So a very chaotic household on this council estate. And I remember it was probably about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, when I officially actually started to post content onto YouTube. I remember seeing Hamza. So you guys obviously know who Hamza is if you've been in the whole self-development space for a while. And I saw Hamza's videos popping up on my channel. And now at the time, I was already quite advanced with my self-improvement journey myself, because it's just the way that I lived my life. I was very militant in the way I used to live my life. I wanted to be in the special forces and the SAS and, in the military. So I was training for that. I was running around the park, 10 miles a day on average every single day. I was in probably the best shape of my life. I had a 6-pack by default, just walking around, so I was proper on it. Cold showers every day. I was doing all of that shit before it was even cool, right? So I saw Hamza pop up on my YouTube and I thought, I like this guy. It's nice to be able to listen to someone I can actually relate to. And just for clarity as well, I'm going to be literally just chatting to you, not only about my story, so you can understand that it's possible for yourself. You can also be inspired to learn that I'm only 22 years old myself. I started this when I was just turned 21, I think, maybe I was 20. I can't even remember, to be honest, but I started, about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. 22 years old myself now, and I've done crazy numbers in terms of finances. I've got my school community loaded up right here. You can find that in the bio. I'm not going to do any selling in this video. My school does teach you how to do this a lot more in depth. It does teach you ways of making money that are modernized, that are new, that are different. Some ways you would have never even heard of before, okay? There's a complete range of different income streams for you to choose on. You can find it in the link down below. If you are interested just in looking at it and seeing how I structure my businesses, you can absolutely do that. I'm not gonna tell you to join. I wanna be a bit more authentic on my channel. I'm always authentic anyway, but I wanna just sit and just have a chat with you about the realities of the world a little bit more, rather than going from the marketing, best ways to do things. I want a nice balance between the two. Obviously, yeah, you still need to do marketing. You still need to, my beautiful girlfriend is making some food for me in the background, so I do apologize for any noise. But yeah, you do need a nice balance between marketing and selling your businesses, and then obviously just showing your personality and being a bit more authentic. So this is gonna be this kind of video. I'm gonna be authentic with you. Oh, cracky shoulder, bro. I've had this, listen to this. Can you hear that? I've had that cracky shoulder for literally 4 years now. I've been doing dead hangs on the bars. Usually you do pull-ups, right? I literally just hold onto the bar and just hold my body weight and let it straighten out. It's good for the spine, it's good for the shoulder, and it's kind of the only thing that's really healed it. I couldn't do bench press or push-ups for so long because this shoulder was just fucked constantly. But we're getting there, bro. But anyway, yeah, so I started off and I remember I was watching Hamza's videos and I thought, I like this guy because I can relate to him. And he was also from Manchester as well, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm from Manchester myself. So it's very relatable. I was like, wow, this guy literally gets paid to just talk to the camera and help people and give advice. Now, at the time, I was very big on mindset and everything like that, because obviously I wanted to be in the military. I wanted to be in the special forces, and you need to be a very switched on, positive-minded, self-belief, confidence, resilience, discipline. You need all of that kind of stuff that people talk about in self-improvement. You need that in the military. So I was practicing that. I was building my mind and building my body every single day. And that was how I lived my life. Very militant. I didn't used to drink alcohol, no social media. I was on all of that shit, right? Proper cold turkey with it. So all this dopamine detoxing you hear about, I was well into that before anyone even knew about it. So I thought, okay, if Hamza is doing this and Hamza's getting paid, through this method by just talking to the camera, I love that. That sounds amazing. I was working at various different jobs at the time, right? So I thought, okay, I'll create a YouTube channel, because I was working at a trampoline park for a little bit, shitty jobs, bro. I was working in a bar that was run by Chinese triad. I was working in just classic English pubs. I've worked in zip line attraction parks, so I was the operator there. I'd put them in the harnesses, send them down the zip line. I've done so many different normal brokey 9-to-5 jobs, right? And I thought, my dream life would be to, full-time self-improvement. That would be my dream life. For me to be able to just work on myself, learn, read. You're literally stacked up here on a pile of books, bro. So I love to learn. I've always had a passion to just learn and take in information. I thought my dream life would just be to sit here and help people while also developing my own life and just pass on the lessons I learn on a daily basis to people on the internet. That would be amazing. And then I saw Hamza do it and I thought, right, that's like, it's opened up my mind. It's possible. He's done it by himself. And quite frankly, at the time, as arrogant as this sounds, I was watching his videos and thinking, I love Hamza. I love his advice. I love everything that he preaches, but I could do this better. I could do this with a more reality touch to it. Obviously he's gone down the whole movement thing, the tribe thing, and that's cool because it's amazing for his business. It works really well for him. But for like the actual young men that are getting onto that, I want to teach them the realities of it. I want to go down and start my own movement, so to speak, which is just being a normal functioning man in society and not being weird. Like, I'm on NoFap, guys, 30-day NoFap streak. I wanted to just give a bit more of a real touch to self-development. Like, you can go to the gym, you can do these things, you can not masturbate, you can, cut out pornography, you can do all of these amazing things, you can meditate every day, but you can do it while still integrating yourself properly in society and not being a weirdo outcast. Like, you can absolutely do that. And obviously I've shown young guys how to do that on my channel. So that was my angle from it. And I also thought, as arrogant as this sounds, I was a bit more charismatic and I guess well-rounded than Hamza. And it does sound arrogant because maybe I'm completely wrong, but that was my mindset at the time. That's what inspired me to start. It gave me motivation. I was like, right, I can do this better than him, because the experiences that I've had myself were varied and they were different to him and they were unique to me. So I thought, right, let me just start my own channel. And I started to post content. The first ever video I posted was a video of me. I went from the fitness angle at the start, right? Because that was what I was into. It was a video of me lifting my little brother up. I think he was about 7 or something at the time, 8 years old. He's like 10 now or something. So I lifted him up in like a fireman's carry over my shoulders. And I was doing squats with him on my back. And the whole principle of the video was me just saying, hey guys, you can always train. There's no excuse. You can train no matter what. And that principle still stands to this day, bro. You should be training every day regardless, right? There is no excuse. So that was the video, the first ever video I made. Now, I went on a spiral of just creating very authentic and real, almost like embarrassingly real videos of myself. I just showcased my complete authentic self. I told stories that I've never told before. I just showed you guys my life. And that's probably why some of you guys who have subscribed to me still watch me to this day, because of my authenticity, because I've just shown you everything. I've let you into my life. I've shown you who I am as a person. I've given you the good and the bad about life and about, a man and growing up as a man and the lessons to learn. And that was my take on it, So I made videos about topics that were never discussed before. How to deal with, roadmen and knife crime in the UK. How to deal with gangs in the UK, because that was a very, prominent thing. And I was like, right, if you're a normal young man that just wants to improve himself, he wants to go to the gym, he wants to obviously learn how to fight and look after himself, he wants to be social and get women and make money and do business and all these other things, you don't want to get into gangs. But I grew up on a council estate. I was surrounded by that. I've been threatened to be stabbed multiple times, over women and stuff like that. So I've told this story before on my channel, but, so I understand the realities of violence and the realities of like the street life like that. And I thought I was a unique individual, that I was surrounded by that, but I was better than that. I didn't want to be like that. I didn't want to go down to their level just because that was what I was surrounded by. And I thought, let me just make videos to showcase the realities of these kind of things, like the weird nitty gritty shit that no one else talks about. So I did. And it worked really, really well. That's how a lot of you guys found me, was through that video, right? And yeah, it continued there. So my whole channel, even to this day, is just about showing young men how to live a good life. And why am I equipped to talk to you about that? Well, everything I've ever set my mind out to achieve, I've done it. And the funny thing is, I've even proven to you that my mindset and my philosophy on life works, because I've actually achieved YouTube success in real time as well. So I was telling you guys about how, if you think positive, you can get more women. Or if you think positive, you can do better in the gym. So I was telling you about stuff that I was equipped with knowledge-wise at the time, right? But then in real time, you guys have seen me go from broke to making thousands and thousands per month purely online. And I've done that because of my mindset. So it's like reinforced my old advice to show you that if you use that mindset, if you follow my advice, you will get to where you want to go in every realm. I've done it in business, I've done it with women, I've done it with fitness, I've done it with everything. So, and just life, you're living a good life, spirituality, all of that kind of stuff. So my whole channel was very holistic, and it still is to this day. It's every aspect, even the vulgar shit that no one else will ever talk about, right? I'll cover all of it. Complete authenticity into what it means to be a man and how to also live a good life at the same time. So that was where I started, right? I was posting content about that kind of stuff, which gave me my USP. Now, a USP is my unique selling point. You have to have something different that helps you stand out from everybody else. All right? Because if you don't, bro, I've seen it a million times. I'll go down the YouTube feed, because obviously I watch self-improvement content myself. I don't really so much anymore, but I don't really watch anything anymore. I'm too busy with my own life, but I used to. And I used to see all these other guys making their channels, and you know, my channel grew very quickly. Very, very quickly, actually. I did really, really well. I'm nearly on 20K now at the time recording this video. And I remember starting with 11 subscribers, and they were all my family and my friends and whoever else I told I was creating a channel. And they obviously were my only viewers, and now I'm nearly on 20K. So to show you how possible it is, it's crazy that I was able to do that. But I had my unique selling point, which was my charisma and the fact that I actually lived this life. A lot of the guys that were making these self-improvement channels either were just purely lying to you, and you could tell by their energy, or they were just inexperienced, right? And they were just trying to be Hamza or something. So it was cringe, and no one was going to watch that because they're just going to go and watch Hamza. Why would they watch you, right? So I thought, okay, I'm better than all these guys. Again, arrogance, but it worked. It was good motivation for me. I'm better than all these guys. Fuck it, I'll just start my own. My unique selling point is going to be the fact that I've actually done these things, and I will show you. So if you guys go back and look at all my old video thumbnails, you'll see all the women that I've been with and all the other stuff. I was just completely transparent with you guys. I showed you guys everything. All of my insecurities. I've made videos, I mean, some that are titled "We Are All Weird." I made a video titled that. I've made plenty, bro, but it was just a video of me showing you all of my insecurities, you know, everything that I was, I guess, not ashamed of, but I looked at as imperfect. I looked at and thought, it's probably less attractive than maybe my other traits, right? I showed you all of them, just completely honestly, no holding back, no ego, not trying to be someone that I wasn't, not trying to come across as this cool guy that knows everything about the world. I have the secrets of the universe. Like, I just here's who I am, right? And I wanted to show you that there's no fucking excuse, because the whole black pill space and incels and all this kind of stuff was very popular at the time, about a year ago, 2 years ago. And I wanted to make videos to show you guys, listen, it doesn't matter what you think your excuses are for why you're not getting women or why you're not getting laid or getting anything else that you want in life. It doesn't matter, because I'll just disprove all of them. So I showed you guys all of my insecurities, all of the weird things about myself that you could potentially look at and think, oh, that makes him unattractive. And I just disproved it, because I was like, listen, I've got all of these things that are wrong with me, but I don't allow them to hold me back. I own them with confidence. I embrace them. I laugh about them. I'm humorous about them. And that allows me to still achieve the results that I want. So all these guys that were crying because they're Indian or because they're 5'4" or because their dick's too small, I'm like, listen, I've just disproven all this bullshit, because I have my own imperfections and I still don't allow it to hold me back, and I've never had a problem with women. So if I can do it, why can't you? You know, and that was my whole unique selling point. That was the thing I was going for. And people trusted me because I actually lived that life. You could see it. You could see me physically with women in the thumbnails. I showed you it. So you knew that, okay, when I take advice from Luke, I know it's going to get me somewhere. And that's kind of the angle that I wanted to go from. So that was number one. Create content, and I created it from a unique position. I was authentic to myself. I showed you my life. I was doing live streams at 4 a.m, just chilling with you guys, giving you life advice about, you know, random things. And you guys it's beautiful. It really is. I have to remind myself of, like, this is real life sometimes, because it becomes so normal. But, you know, I've literally gone from sitting in the park on my council estate, you know, just chilling in nature all day, being spiritual and meditating and talking to a camera and giving basic life advice. Well, it was more in depth, actually. I say basic, that's a disservice. It was very, very in depth life advice about how to quit pornography, how to get more women, how to improve your mindset, be more positive, be more spiritual. You know, my channel and my content, if I do say so myself, is severely underrated in terms of the value that I give. Yeah, of course, there's certain things I could do better, always. Of course there is. Otherwise, I would already be where I want to be, right? But if you go back and watch them, even a year ago, You know, and I'm not going to pretend I know everything. I still don't to this day. No one does. Everyone's still trying to just figure everything out as they go along, right? And I'll be authentic enough to come on the camera and just say that. I don't give a shit. Because it's all about confidence. And confidence is just owning every part of your life. And understanding that every part of life is a unique experience. You don't have to be good at everything all the time for people to take you seriously and for people to like you. This is a problem a lot of you guys make when you're starting your personal brands. You're coming from this angle of trying to be Andrew Tate, thinking that you know everything about the world. If you do know something, speak with conviction, yeah? Or if that's what you genuinely believe, speak with conviction. If you don't know something, don't lie. Don't try and pretend that you do. Be completely honest about it. Here's what I think. In my personal experience, I think this, right? I was always honest with you guys. I was always transparent with you guys. I've told you guys when I went back to work a 9 to 5 because I was broke and my coaching business wasn't doing as well as I wanted to. I've shown you guys everything. I don't care. Because it's not going to affect my personal brand or my ability to make money or achieve YouTube success if I show you a negative thing about me. If anything, it's going to do the opposite. It's going to actually increase the amount, which it has done, right? In real time. That's the only reason you guys still listen to me to this day, is because you know that I'm actually about it. Because I've shown you all of it. You can trust me. Because I've shown you the bad, I've shown you the good, and now I can show you the way. Because I've done it all myself, yeah? So, I created content, I found my unique selling point, I was authentic and confident on the camera, I didn't hide back, I didn't read from a script, I didn't fucking, try and come across as someone that I wasn't. I just sat there, authentically me. If I stuttered, I just laughed at it with you guys. I wasn't editing, it was raw, unfiltered, and authentic. And that's what made, for me, oh, my Wingstop's here, boys. Beautiful. Is there food here? Nice. Want me to come down with you? All right, guys. I'm going to edit in the next part of this video because this is banging and I want to go get some Wingstop and I'm not going to let my girl go down by herself. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm going to edit this in, actually. I never usually do this. I was literally just talking about how these videos are unfiltered and raw. I could actually take you with me. We can get some Wingstop together, but now, fuck it. I'm going to edit in the rest of this video. And but boys, just as a little intermission, a little break, look, beautiful new apartment, TV. I couldn't even afford dental floss a year ago, bro. Do you know what I mean? And now I'm just chilling in my own apartment. And when I say I don't have to worry about money, that's not like a marketing thing. That's not me trying to sound like Andrew Tate or me trying to be cool and show you guys I have everything figured out, because I absolutely don't. Even with business, I don't have it all figured out. I'm learning every single day. I'm nowhere near the best entrepreneur that I could be, but I'm fucking good at it and I've made progress, and that's the point. It's the same with physique in the gym, right? I'm by no means the biggest guy in the world, absolutely not, but I've made progress, ridiculously good progress. My chest is massive now, bro. I used to be some skinny twig boy, and now I walk around and you can tell I work out, right? I'm in good shape. So when you listen to people, they don't have to know everything, and you don't either when you're trying to, elevate your personal brand. You don't have to know it all. Just show that you have made progress in a certain area and teach people what you did to make that progress. Very simple. You know what, actually, I think that's all I have to say. I think I'm going to end it right there. Let me just check my notes real quick. I posted content, okay? I showed myself authentically. I was being me. I found my unique selling point. And the last one is obviously I just had some services to sell. So I might make a separate video in terms of how I actually did that. I've got a school community live now, which is obviously a reoccurring monthly fee. So that just pays me every single month, because guys will pay a monthly fee to join my school. And in exchange, they learn information that I can't share on YouTube, for example. And it just helps them elevate their life in every single way. It's a place they can come to where they are accountable. They're surrounded by other guys. Let me go get my shoes on while I finish talking to you. And yeah, it's an amazing place for them to network and obviously be around other guys that are similar to themselves and just level up their life in any way that they can. They're surrounded by information with dating and money and mindset and taxes and things that school doesn't teach you. My school is a school of life. We teach you the realities of the world. We teach you how to be emotionally intelligent. We teach you how to make money in ways you've never heard of. We teach you how to avoid taxes. We teach you how to do things that school won't even teach you. Right? Sexual mastery. Who teaches you about these things? You have to Google it the first time you get in the bedroom with a girl. I remember I did it. I was Googling it. I was like, what do I do in this situation, right? Or you've got porn as your only, compass to guide you when it comes to the bedroom. We teach you these things so you don't have to go through the awkward mistakes of trying to figure it out yourself. Right? I'm going to go get some Wingstop and enjoy, because I haven't had any takeaway in literally fucking ages. So I've been really healthy and good recently. So we're going to go get some Wingstop and enjoy that. And then back to recording. I'll see you boys in a bit. I hope you can take something from this. If you want to obviously learn more about how I've done what I've done today, then click the link down below in the bio or the comments, and you can see all the businesses that I run, one-to-one mentorship, paid communities. See you in a bit. Peace.